is where I live. That's Bird's Eye across the road. I get a lot of truck traffic. Fortunately, my house isn't too loud. Corn going into the plant to get frozen. That is my truck. It's a 2003 Chevy 2500 HD. They just got new tires on it. Tonneau cover is open. That'll be important in a minute. Just real quick, see if I can zoom in a little. So the corn, they dump it out of these end dump trucks, goes down into a pit over there, and then it goes through the plant. There's 3 pits actually. One's behind that loader there, behind the plant, and then the remains come out and get dropped into the back of a truck, another end dump, hauled out to the farms and such. So it's kind of cool. Goes in to get frozen. Back in a few. I am on my way to school. I go 3 to 4 days a week. It's about an hour drive each way. So I thought, I'm gonna check my fuel mileage in my car, my truck. So I showed you my truck a little bit. It's sorry about the shakiness. Try the other hand. It's a 2003 Chevy. It's a 2500 HD, so it's a 3/4 ton heavy duty truck. It is a extended cab or a 4-door, or however you want to call it, with a full 8-foot box. A lot of people tell you that the tonneau cover being closed makes a lot of difference in your gas mileage. I don't know. I've heard it the other way too, that leaving it open is just fine. It gives you better gas mileage. So I'm proving it to myself, at least with this truck, what it does. So I'm gonna get gas tonight. And this is a gas engine, 6-liter gas. I will get gas tonight and let you know what I get for gas mileage. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't think this truck does bad. Tomorrow I have to go to the Twin Cities, so I imagine that's going to be a little bit worse gas mileage because I'll be doing 70, 75 mile an hour to get up there on the interstate instead of 60, 65. So I may come back home and top off again and use that for my check, which is probably what I'll do. I want to try to be as fair as possible with it, and driving to the Twin Cities doesn't really get fair because I know at 75 this thing uses a lot more gas. So we'll take a look at what we got and I'll let you know later. There's my pump. That's how much she took, 28.8 gallons. And $390.2 miles. All right. Alrighty, 390.2. We'll divide that by 28.8. 13.5 miles per gallon. That sucks. Alright, tonneau cover closed. I did have a trip to the Twin Cities, so I did some freeway driving, but I don't know if you can see that real well. The gallons, 29.648. We'll call it 29.65. So there's my math. That's how many miles per gallon I got with the tonneau cover closed. And that was with a trip to the Twin Cities. Go to the VA hospital up there. But still, 12.25 miles per gallon from 13.5 with the tonneau cover open. Everybody tells me those tonneau covers make a big difference in your gas mileage. Yep, they sure do. The school where I'm going to, just a community college. My drive down here is 48 miles each way. So there you go. And I'm doing this fuel mileage test, which so far I'm finding that tonneau cover is a hindrance. It does not help my fuel economy. All it does is keep the inside of my box a little drier. So, and the theory behind that is you have the wind comes over the truck, comes over the roof of the truck, and it goes down and out. When it gets into the box, it comes over and it creates a swirl inside the box. And that swirl keeps the air flowing right over the top and right down the back. When you put that flat tonneau cover in there, the air is coming over, hitting that, and then going off. So when it's hitting it, you can see it moving my hand, it's putting more down pressure on the truck. Down pressure on a vehicle is going to increase your resistance. That's why you can take the same truck. When it's loaded, it'll get worse fuel mileage because there's more pressure downward. Now, I did put new tires on this before the first part of the test, so it started out that way, and I think I said that in the beginning. The truck is a 2003, so it's no spring chicken. It's got 160,000 and some miles on it. 6-liter V8, 4-wheel drive, extended cab, 4-door, crew cab, whatever the hell they want to call it. I got a bigger cab and I got a back seat back there. So, and I have an 8-foot long box as opposed to most of the extended cabs are 6 or 7 foot long. It's a heavy 3/4 ton truck, so it's a working truck. And my first round with the tonneau cover open netted me 13.5 miles per gallon. The second one with the tonneau cover closed and some freeway driving, which I don't do very often, but I had an appointment I had to go to, and I didn't want to change anything because I do go to those appointments from time to time and I just have to do them. And that got me 12.25 miles per gallon. So I lost 1.25 miles per gallon having that tonneau cover closed. Kind of interesting. I'm going to put a couple hundred more miles on it. That's not going to be freeway miles, just going to be this normal stuff that I'm doing. And we'll see what that gets me for fuel mileage. Anytime you're checking fuel mileage, I like to do it with full tanks of gas. So I top off. I even go to the same pump. I top off my tank. This truck's got a 35-gallon tank. That last fill up was 29, almost 30 gallons of fuel. So the truck's got a 35-gallon tank. But I'll even go to the same pumps because pumps will shut off different. And I just want it all to be fair. Try to be as consistent as I can. I'm not changing driving habits. I know that trip to the cities took some more fuel. We call it the cities here in Minnesota. We go up to the cities. Remember, I live in southern Minnesota, so we go up to the cities. If you're in northern Minnesota, you go down to the cities. It's the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul. So, just to get that out of there. Anyway, so I did have to make a trip up to the cities to the VA hospital. I had to meet a pain doctor and find out some stuff. For those that don't know it, I am disabled. I do live with a great deal of pain every day of my life, and I recently had to quit working because of it. So I went back to school. That's why I'm down here. So there you go. You get those little aerodynamics and stuff that come into play, and I think that down pressure on the tonneau is causing the decrease in fuel economy. My next step is a tune-up. I'm going to put a new air filter in it. I know my air filter's probably getting pretty dirty just because of where I live. I live across from a canning company, for lack of a better term. So it's pretty dirty there. They're hauling corn in there all the time. So it gets a little dirty. yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Throw some plugs in it. Get the oil changed. I don't change my own oil anymore. My last oil change went over to a synthetic oil, so I will put synthetic in again and see how that goes. I don't like synthetic oils, but we'll do it anyway. So, stay tuned, and we'll get some more stuff going on. But I'm going to go ahead and get in and go to class. So, stay safe, God bless, and we'll catch you next time.